up right here in southern West Virginia. David and Louise Turpin are being held tonight on $9 million bond each. One of the children, a 17-year-old girl, managed to escape and tell police what was happening inside that home. When police arrived, they discovered the children were malnourished and several of them were even shackled to their beds with chains and padlocks. Those children range from ages 2 to 29. And last night we brought you details on the father involved in this case, but now we're learning new details about the mother. 59 News reporter Cameron Leppinger was able to track down Louise Turpin's aunt, who lives in Mercer County. He brings us her reaction.
Never been so shocked in my life. Broke my heart. Broke all of our hearts. And I just pray that they'll take care of the kids.
That was Brenda Taylor's reaction after her niece, Louise Turpin, was arrested for allegedly imprisoning her children. Brenda says Louise grew up here in southern West Virginia, but left in her teenage years.
She was about 16 years old. So, when she got married, I think, and left here. And she's 47 now, so 26 years ago, it's probably when they left here, her and David.
And that was the last time she heard from Louise. But in the last 24 hours, Louise has been dominating the headlines across the nation and sending Brenda and her family on an emotional roller coaster. Brenda says their family had no idea what was happening in Turpin's home.
I would have been the first one to send the cops to that house. I didn't even know where she lived. I couldn't have sent them if I'd wanted to. But I could have given them a name and they could have tracked it down. I never dreamed them kids were being tormented.
Her only hope now is that justice will be served for the sake of the Turpin's children.
I didn't know they were tormented. And I hope, and I don't care who knows this, I hope they prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law, even if she is my niece. Because them kids don't deserve it.
Reporting in Mercer County, Cameron Leppinger, 59 News.
And it is a story we'll continue to follow. We'll have much more, including a response from the family's attorney. That's coming up on 59 News at 6.
On Sunday, January 14, 2018, just before 6 o'clock in the morning, a 17-year-old girl called 911 from a deactivated cell phone and reported that her siblings were being held against their will and some were chained. Deputies responded, met with that 17-year-old nearby, and she explained that she had escaped through a window from that residence. The 17-year-old also showed some photos that led the deputies to believe that the information she was provided was accurate. Deputies and a supervisor responded to that location, conducted a welfare check to check on the additional siblings in that home. There are a total of 13 siblings located, 6 of which were under the age of 18. Deputies, when they arrived inside the house, they noticed that the children were malnourished, it was very dirty, and the conditions were horrific.
We have 7 of the adults. It's hard to think of them as adults when you first see them because they're small, and it's very clear that they're malnutrition. We've done some lab work on them. We can't tell you a lot because of HIPAA. Other than they're stable. They're being fed to try to refeed, as was discussed. They're comfortable, and they're in a very safe and secure environment, and I think that's the most important thing for them right now. They've gone through a very traumatic ordeal. I can tell you that they're very friendly. They're very cooperative, and I believe that they're hopeful that life will get better for them after this event.